What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are back with our mission to defeat the Blueberry Academy Elite Four champion and director with a team of each and every type of Pokemon. We are just about wrapping up our Ghost type team. I'm realizing that my Dragapult used its Citrus Berry in the last battle, so let's get that re-equipped. And yeah, we're on to the last battle with this Ghost type team. So let's finish it up. Let's get the job done. On to the director. Yeah, next week we'll be on to the Grass type team. I've got some pretty fun stuff prepared for that. Other than that, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, as usual, the team builder is linked in the description and the cards if you want that, if you want a detailed breakdown of how I built this team. Otherwise, if you're not too interested in the nitty-gritty details, you can stay right here and you'll see how this team works. You're in the right place. Alright. So, Mandibuzz isn't much of a scary attacker. I'm going to get a fake out on the Zipstrika. And we're gonna start getting Calm Minds up. Now that Snarl is gonna kinda counteract the Calm Minds we're setting up to boost special attack. I'm immediately noticing that that might be an issue. You know what I might do? Let's get Dragapult in here. We can use that to knock out. Yeah, but Dragon Darts will also hit the Zipstrika and it'll do split damage. And never mind, I don't like that idea. Alright, well we can Will-O-Wisp the Zipstrika to cut its damage output. And we can keep getting the Calm Minds up here. Alright. You know, if the Mandibuzz keeps using Protect like that, we should be able to get enough of a special attack boost that we can baton pass it over to Flutter Mane this week, as we've been doing. You know, for a burn Zipstrika, that still does a lot of damage. More than I'm really comfortable with. Let's get the Reflect up. So at this point, I really don't want to taunt the Mandibuzz, because then it has to use Snarl, and that's not what I want to happen. So... yeah, we take the Super Soul Slam pretty well. I really need to knock out that Mandibuzz somehow. It's perfectly counteracting my Calm Minds. Alright, let's get Dragapult in and knock out the Mandibuzz then. We can do that. I kinda don't wanna swap it into a... How much special attack does Mandibuzz have? We're safe. If it triggers my Citrus Berry, then I get to use Acrobatics on the Mandibuzz, and that'll do a lot more damage than one Dragon Dart. I'm gonna get a Strength Sap off. No, I'm not yet. Ah, yes. I'm at yellow health. I should do that. Why Bulldogs? Okay, well, Dragapult takes it pretty well. We can rest to restore that if we need to. Oh. Whoops. I didn't realize that would trigger that. Okay. Well, speaking of the rest, we're gonna have to go for it immediately. I have a Citrus Berry, so I can't really Acrobatics effectively yet, so we're gonna do the darts. And we're gonna rest. That does so little damage. Oh, that's abysmal. Flame charge is interesting. Well, we get the rest up. We get the Chesto Berry. I'm going to try for a Dragon Dance here. And then how much special attack? We have no special attack boost. Alright, we gotta keep trying. Alright. The damage from that Super Soul Slam was a bit much. That's kind of on me. I triggered the Sap Sipper. Whoops. We still don't have the Dragapult still is holding its Citrus Berry, so I'm gonna Dragon Dance again and Calm Mind again. Man, could Drifblim be the one to avoid that attack? Alright, well, I gotta try for something. Because something is about to knock me out. Something is about to knock Drifblim out. So we gotta go for darts. And I'll Strength Sap into the Mandibuzz. That might work. As far as getting us some health back goes, anyway. Okay, ones are toxic. I can live with that. How much health does that get us? You know what? That's enough. That'll work. That's workable. I mean, we are at... Oh, we're only at +1. I thought we were at +2. Alright, well, let's keep going for... Let's keep going for the darts here. And we can try and Strength Sap on the end board. That might get us some more health back. Man, this Mandibuzz does not want to leave the field and is putting a wrench in my plans. Though, that's our Citrus Berry trigger, so we can use Acrobatics on it this turn. Or this upcoming turn, anyway. Strength Sap on the Emboar is great. It's at -1 attack. And we're at... Does that bring us to full? That brings us to full. Awesome. Max defense, Drifblim, and the whatchamacallit. The Reflect. That's what I was thinking of. I'm actually tempted to go for the Dragon Darts again to get the knockout on Emboar. I might do that. What are we at here? We have no special attack boosts. Uh-oh. Well, if that Emboar gets another head smash on Drifblim, I'm cooked, so I gotta. And we can do this again. Oh wait, this Emperor's gonna get knocked out. Maybe I should have went for rest there. Okay. Ooh, that's good damage. Alright, we'll do the rest now. Acrobatics should be able to take the KO on Samurai. And then we can rest. Nice. Or, not on Samurai, Mandibuzz. Finally, that thing is gone. We get the rest off. We're back to full on Drifblim. Unfortunately, we don't have our Chesto Berry anymore, so we gotta wait for it to wake up manually. Though I kept the Sableye alive, so we can get that back in. Maybe get a Reflect up, maybe get a Will-O-Wisp off. Which one? Or Fake Out? How should I do this? I should go for the Will-O-Wisp. Samurai is a threatening attacker, and then we'll try to calm my carefully out as I can. We take those hits pretty well. We get the Will-O-Wisp off. Cut Samurai's damage output. We're at like +5 special defense, so I don't know what this got. That, you know, it could do that. Let's taunt it, so that's the only Calm Mind it gets up. Let's stop that Gothitelle from getting up more Calm Minds like so, and we can keep going for it here. You don't get the Calm Mind, only I can have the Calm Mind. Go. As soon as my Drifblim wakes up, that is. Yeah, we take the Thunderbolts pretty well. Okay. While Sableye is still here, let's get the Reflect up. And Drifblim is now at what, like max special defense? That Thunderbolt's gonna be the end of Sableye. Okay. I can live with that. Let's get Amoonguss in. And we can start going for Rage Powder. Or... Actually, I'm gonna Spore into the Gothitelle. We're gonna try for that. And then, we are at neutral special attack here, so let's, we gotta get a couple more Calm Minds up. Does my Amoonguss have speed deck Gothitelle, I wonder? Gothitelle's not fast. There, we take that pretty well with the Reflecting Burn. You only have 2 boosts, Sword Power shouldn't do that much, alright. We live the Sword Power, we get the Spore off. I like to see it. Is that a Lumberry? This is... Oh my god. That's unbelievable. Alright, we're gonna try for the Spore again. And we're gonna try to get one more Calm Mind up here. Drifblim I am noticing is the fastest thing on the field. We definitely take that. What's the Gothitelle got? Thunderbolt, we take one. Yeah. Drifblim is no longer the fastest thing on the field. Actually, that's a good thing. And the Gothitelle's asleep. So I should be able to synthesis on Amoonguss. And then Drifblim will go last, so it will take any hits before baton passing. Yeah, like that. Gothitelle's asleep. Okay, just Drifblim, don't be fully paralyzed. Nice. Alright, we are in business, finally. Sorry it took me 15 minutes to get that online. Alright, Flutter Mane's in. Let's do this. And Amoonguss is full health. Would you look at that? Alright, I got a mean dazzling gleam for that Samurai. And I got a rage powder here. That wasn't enough. Okay. I thought that would be enough. It wasn't. It just wasn't. It just straight up wasn't. Okay. Maybe I should Shadow Ball. Maybe I should Terra Ghost and Shadow Ball into Gothitelle. I can take that down for sure. And the Samurai will go down to burn. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, Rage Powder, and we'll Terra Shadow Ball. What does he have left? He has the Superior. Is that it? Emboar, Samurai, Superior, Gothitelle, Zip Strike. I'm in. So that's 6. Yeah, he's just got the Superior left. So Shadow Ball takes out the Gothitelle here. Which it does. Oh, okay, the crit. You know, that happens. Crit happens, as they say. The Samurai's gonna fall to burn at the end of this turn. So as long as we can knock out the Superior, we win. Man, that Mandibuzz put quite the wrench into our plans. But it seems we're recovering. We should actually have plenty of boosts to go for a stored power here. Because +6 special defense. Plus another +2 special attack, that's what, 8 boosts? 160 plus stored power's base 20 power makes 180. That's more powerful than any Shadow Ball, I think. No, wait, it's not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Well, they worked. And the Samurai falls to burn. Alright, good game. We spooked him. Well, sorry for the stally long battle, but we figured it out in the end. Thanks, if you watched it all the way to the end, put frozen mushrooms in the comment section. And I'll see you for the grass type team next week. Peace.